Hello, hello.
Hey, hello. Okay, and I don't have a camera or what? Hey, sorry. So waiting for people to join. Hopefully, will be more people. We'll see.
Hopefully they can join, but you are the one that I need anyways. For, for the information that I need. By the way, I read that you will be on KubeCon, right? You will travel
Yeah,
to Amsterdam.
yeah. How you know?
It was in a post on the KubeCon that you volunteered on the whatever forum. I will check again, but I
Ah,
remember
for
reading your
the Cube
name.
Slam.
Yes.
Ah, yeah, but that is not related to Cube. Doesn't mean I'm going, but doesn't mean explicitly that I'm going.
Okay. Then it was a lucky guess.
Are you going? Are you going?
Yes, I'm planning to. Yes.
Okay, that is really nice.
Yeah.
So we can meet there. Well, doing the chit chat because looks like not much people is joining. Well. Firefox. Okay, that will be in March. Yeah, it turns. Why there is a community meeting next week on Saturday? Okay. Cancel this occurrence on. Okay, cancel the meeting of the next Saturday. Yeah, it turns out that the week before we have the CloudNativePG office hours and the community meeting in the same week. That is going to be much fun. And the week after that is going to be KubeCon. So probably we will organize something. I don't know if you and someone else at KubeCon wants to join. It will be amazing. So, well, we'll see. What do you think?
I would
Probably we
like to
can.
join. I will be there from
Well,
Monday to Friday morning, basically.
we have on Wednesday there will be a CNPG kiosco or something like that in the project pavilion, which I'll be there
Great, great. Looking
uh,
forward to see you there.
with the stickers and probably, hopefully, some pins. That is not for sure yet. There is a really small chance that we will have pins. Really small. But faith is the last thing.
Sorry, I'm not
Uh,
able to join with camera now. I'm really trying, but
no,
I
it's
needed
okay.
to have.
Don't worry. I just do it just because someone needs to be. Otherwise, it's look like a really,
I
really
know.
boring.
Yeah, Max is not able to join either today. He's
Why?
he has to attend some personal things, so he won't be
Okay.
able to join.
So we can cancel the meeting because this is
I mean,
okay. This is basically for Max. No.
yeah, don't accuse
Um,
Max.
okay. So let's start. Welcome to the community meeting. Gellert and Pierre. Sorry, I didn't pronounce it well.
Not so easy to
Pierre.
tell, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. So we have a couple of things in the agenda already. If I'm not wrong, I'm going to start sharing the screen, the browser. This is fresh news that just arrived. We have Cube Varden or Warden, I don't know. It's Cube Varden player relation CloudNativePG winning the spawn scanners, blah blah blah. Nice.
By the way, the sharing is black for me. I don't know if others see it.
Yeah,
Really?
exactly the same.
Post tool
Yeah.
for share. Okay. Let me try to modify, maintain current size. Okay, let's do something. Hey, Armando. Armando's here. Armando now will be a host too with you. And Perry, I'm going to leave you as co-host. Why is this? Because I'm going to stop sharing and probably I will lose Zoom. Okay. No, I didn't lose it. They fixed it. Okay. Now let me share again. Blah, 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 blah. Is your capture window. Okay. What about now? No, it's still black. See. What about the entire desktop? What about now? Now
It's
you can see
great.
it. Perfect. Now you can see it, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Now I was wondering that this I read it just right now. So there's a policy engine for comments. Nice. Okay, so agenda. We enter in edit mode. Okay. Okay. This is going to be informative only, Geller. We had our discussion in our meeting about 1 and 2. Mostly we agree on everyone is going to write this in the 9350. I already did 30 minutes ago. Sorry for the delay, but I've been doing a lot of stuff lately. One of my answers. So the idea is that all the maintainers will write something or will give an opinion on this one, okay? But in general, it's not a no, but we need to arrive to a consensus, okay?
Yeah.
So that is for the first one. On this one, it will be the same, but I sadly have to tell you that probably will be no, okay? But nothing is written on stone. So keep that in mind, okay? With open mind, but people is going to write also on the other pull rigs, okay?
Oh, can I ask a follow-up question for how was your internal discussion about it? Because I guess you discussed both namespace and webhook dependency.
No.
Okay.
Sadly, I can. That is why it's an internal and private discussion, but it is friendly as usual with a lot of expressions. But yeah, it is. But it's internal. That is the idea. Sorry, sometimes these kind of
that's
things need to
okay.
happen. Okay.
I'm
Sorry
wondering
about
that what I'm not getting. Why?
that is exactly the idea that all of us will write down something about this pull request in the comments. So you get as much as feedback as you
That's
get.
good.
Okay. So that is generally the idea that it needs to happen. So yeah, I'm sorry you don't have a straight answer right now because it could be awesome, but it's there's a lot of things that need to happen, sadly, in life, and this is something that is delayed. Okay, but again, it's not a straight no, just not a straight yes. Okay. Now, what else? There's nothing else on the agenda.
Maybe I can
Nothing
ask
more.
one more question if Pierre could not mind about it. Like just
No,
a
sure.
programming question that you were highlighting last week that I could manage those ifs or whatever, and then I was not able to figure that out. I was even DMing you, but I guess it was already late that day or whatever. Did you have a chance
no,
to see
I
that?
missed the language is in my head. Yeah, what I pointed you wasn't. It should not work.
Yeah.
So I mixed it the stuff in my head. Yeah, I remember. Sorry, I forgot to reply on Slack. I saw your message.
No problem. Just I was wondering if there is something that Because when you were explaining, it made sense, but when I tried it, it was like, okay, no. But that's okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry about it.
No problem.
Eric, you have any question?
Yeah, thank you. I have no question on the operator itself, but on the GitHub repo Grafana dashboard. I had made some pull requests and I see that nothing happened. And the last release it was like in 2025 in June. So I just was wondering what's happening on this GitHub.
Okay, I will explain you what happened with that repo.
Yeah.
Wait a second. As you can see, this repo is not updated that much.
Yep.
There's supposed to be a couple of persons in charge of updating this one between Jaime and Itai, if I remember correctly. So that is basically out of the scope of the main maintainers here. Usually, it's not easy to maintain because this was created a long time ago, has been updated by Itai and Jaime. So, yeah, you are right. In fact, it's not something that we will see that much of. Now, but that doesn't mean that we cannot take care of it for a couple of stuff. So let's start by, I haven't opened this project in a long time. I'm going to be really honest, but that it is what it is, okay? So you open a pull request.
Yeah.
That is not linked to any issue.
No, it's a new panel, cache hit ratio. Yep, exactly this one.
See, Itai and Jaime. Other.
Okay.
Okay.
And the idea is to only, use already existing metrics to calculate a new panel, which is the ratio between requested read and I don't know in English what the word, but we can see the expression. Yeah, exactly where you are.
Okay. The sum of the rate of the hit in the database.
There's a ratio on the hit in the shared buffers on the sum of hit and read asked to the system. And with that we can have like a ratio. If it's over 90%, it's good, and under it's maybe not that good, and something can be made in the configuration or shared buffers parameters.
Okay, as you can see, oh man, I cannot give you an answer on this, even if I want, because first of all, this is a chart that is, again, something that I'm not agreed that much on using, first of all. Second, why this is here. Okay, we can try to merge it, okay?
Yeah.
We will be able to merge it, but nothing will. I mean, I'm not sure it's going to work. We should probably make a release first of all, because this was in June 20, and there's already a lot of commits, at least one. Yeah, there is one commit from since then. And this requires some love that clearly we are not having.
I mean, it's okay. I just wondering what's happening, and yeah, so it's not so easy. It's okay. I understand.
Look, this is the kind of thing that we always have an issues with. For example, because we need to at some point try to maintain this, and it will be awesome if we get some help, because Itai is the one that do the charts. Jaime is I don't know what is Jaime doing currently, to be honest. So this is the kind of things that require more maintenance, and it will be
Okay,
awesome
that's
if
fine.
someone try to take it, because there is, for
Okay, no problem.
example, there should be a project here, a pull request, or an issue that is about having Grafana translated to a language that Grafana actually interprets. So it's not a JSON. So it should be better in that case. But yeah, sadly, there's not much we can do on this, and probably we should actually open a vote to discard the entire project, or at least, I don't know, do something. But yeah.
Okay, thanks.
I mean, if you want to open and offer yourself to maintain it, for example, remove it from the chart, add some CI so we can actually, for example, I will be able to measure it if there's any test for the dashboard. That at least it tells, okay, the dashboard can be deployed in Grafana version X. But now what I need to know, I will have to do is set up a full cluster, set up Grafana, and install the dashboard. That is part of the automation that is missing. So now, if you want to offer yourself to do, we can do this online. Because looks like the Keller is here. Oh, okay, Alexander. I don't know if Alexander has some questions, but in that case, we can do it online. It's not a problem. But yeah, that is still be an issue. But I already pinged Itai and Jaime. Okay. For now, at least that should work. Okay. Just for the registry. But yeah, sorry about it. I'm really, really sorry.
Don't be sorry. That's fine. Totally fine.
By the
way, this looks really nice.
Yeah, thanks.
Wanted to comment the same. That it is looking.
It's really nice. It's actually really useful.
Yeah, it's something we are looking at when working on instances, PostgreSQL instances of our customers. So I was thinking that it might help and be useful for others. So that's why.
Yeah, because you have the rate you hit per databases. The capture rate is actually nice. Now I wonder when this happens, this code downs is basically, this is weird on the Postgres database. Why is going down?
Oh, it was just a test I made, like create tables, insert lines, insert lines on other table, updating lines and stuff like this. So they were evicted from the shared buffer, so the cache hit ratio just dropped down. That's why.
As an advice, I will tell you that it will be probably really good to exclude template 0 and template 1, as they are never going to be used inside.
True.
So it would keep the line really beautiful, to show and everything.
Yeah, that's true. Thanks. Good idea.
Yeah, it could be really nice. But yeah, I would like to have this added for sure, because it is nice. Now, this entire Grafana dashboard was supposed to be done just as an experiment that actually remained. And with the time people start to think that it was provided by the community, and we had to create this. But uh, it is it was just a proof of concept. You can see the version is 15. That was the latest version at the time. So it's been at least 3 years when it's been there. So yeah, if you find someone someday, someone that can actually help on this, please let me know and create a proper project like for the Grafana dashboards. Okay. Alexander, you have any question?
No, just here as an observer.
Oh, just today when there is no one, there was actually just you folks. So.
Yeah. It's a small audience today. I'm trying to. Actually, I'm reading your comment on the feature request of or the pull request that Max made. I find it a bit contradicting, actually. That you say that we should work in this scenario. I mean, where there are no resources, but you don't allow the use case. For me, that's a bit weird.
No, what I mean, not allow the use case.
Yeah, in your description, you say that we shouldn't be focused on this deployed namespace part, right? But about allowing run without permission. But I feel this is Max commit is basically doing that. Just you are allowed to set what. So basically, whatever you configure in Helm or Flux or whatever, you can configure CMPG with this way to focus on your things only.
Yeah, the problem that is the problem with the type patches. It's not to make the operator run in namespace.
Yeah.
That is the main issue. Is to allow the operator to run without the permissions first.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the entire point. That is the core idea in my comment. That you need to allow the operator to run without the permissions. Now, that configuration of using the operator namespace and the watch namespace having the same namespace is actually a fully valid option. And you can have the permissions, but if you have that case, there's case like that, you will not be having the possibility of listening to the cluster image catalog or the nodes.
Yeah.
So it's not about namespace. It's the type of request is about allowing the operator to run in a cluster where the Kubernetes administrator is not giving the cluster-wide permission. The cluster to the service account to allow watching on nodes and cluster image catalogs. For example, I think that the cluster image catalog should not fail if it doesn't have permission to watch. It should say, okay, I don't have permissions to watch. This is an error. I try it. I cannot have them. I just continue. That is the first thing. But in the case of the nodes, the behavior is going to be completely different because critical functions depend on that. That's why I suggest to make 2 pull requests, not just one, because running without the cluster image catalog is totally fine.
Yeah.
You just will not see the catalog. It's not critical. You can have local catalogs.
Yes.
But in the case of the nodes, it is really critical because detecting the migration of the nodes from one node to another during the failover or during a full failure, it is something critical for this.
So,
and it is.
But that means that we are just losing some functionality that we might end up in a bit worse situation.
Okay, now you need to understand something too. A couple of months ago, well, when I say a couple of months, it was more than 6 months ago. There was some discussion from this person, from person X on LinkedIn, saying that CNPG doesn't actually support or will lose data in node isolation, which is something that it can actually happen. You know, given my opinion, and a lot of discussion can happen in the middle. Basically, if you make your cluster to fail intentionally, obviously some data is going to be lost. But stuff like that can happen when you don't have that capability of watching on the node. You may be trying to migrate into something else that doesn't exist, or you will actually the operator will stop. So in those situations, if you don't have the permissions, there needs to be a fallback that tries to avoid losing data.
Yeah.
So that managing the losing that permission is more complicated. As you can see in the pull request, it's all based mostly on trying to manage that permissions. Besides the tests that actually I found that the tests are really, really awesome. But the most complicated part, it is on the concept of managing the okay, not this one. Oh, totally lost everything. So, for example, this is trying to validate something that is valid, actually. That they have the operator namespace and the watch namespace are the same, doesn't mean that I am going to lose permission. It means that I want to do that, and that is valid. And actually, and that is something that to keep in mind too. The operator can be running in namespace A, and you maybe want to watch namespace C. Why? Because I don't want the user with access to the namespace C actually be able to see the pod of the operator or have access to the logs of the pod of the operator. But the operator will actually have access to that namespace and will have access to that to manage the objects there. But I don't want the operator to have access to the nodes. So that is scenario is not covered here either.
No. It's not a use case that we were.
Exactly, but it's actually a valid use case. So in this case, this using this configuration
your point,
makes it difficult.
Do you think that if someone sets up a CMPG operator in a namespace and wants to watch a different namespace for a user not to be able to see the operator itself, I think it makes sense to have the operator cluster, right? Essentially, because you are already watching other namespaces, no? Maybe. I think it makes sense. But
I can actually ask you why you need the operator to not have the access to nodes.
Because you can only create airbox that you have, basically.
So every case, at the end of the day, that is one of the major problems with the technology nowadays. Allows you to do so many things that at the end of the day, you will find out that all the use cases are basically valid use case. And that is one of the biggest problems nowadays because of that, because it's a valid use case. Not having the permissions, having the restriction on everything, people deploying in totally different ways, the operator. So it is actually a valid. So that is why this is so sensitive. And it's already an issue trying to maintain this as is and adding more complexity. That's why one of the things that I will rescue from here are the end-to-end tests that are actually, for example, these tests and the ability to run without the cluster catalog is something that it needs to be there. You know?
Yeah.
Because
the end-to-end test cases that Mox did, I really liked as well. That it was
the end-to-end test is actually that it adds a lot of value here. Not just because it's using this. For example, it is trying to execute a lot of stuff that
I'm just now wondering if we could do a subset, like if we say that it's on you if you don't have the access to the node. So it's not a per se you supported feature, but you take as it is. So it is not, what supported versus verified on your end. Like we could sort of run with it, not crash at least the operator if you miss the node access, but still the operator would run. It would not be at the end of the world, but I guess we would miss all that logic that would handle the situation, right? That is still complexity that you would like to avoid in the repo. That's what I get from you, that you would like to avoid complexity.
Actually, one of the things that it would be nice to have is, for example, start to detach the end-to-end test from the project. So the end-to-end test will live in a totally different project or as an API and everything. So people can actually use the end-to-end test in other projects, and we can actually use them in other projects, like in the plugins. For example, people, we have a long discussion again a couple of months ago, but when I say couple of months ago, it's 6-7 months ago, the people on chat are asking also, hey, we would like to run that test. Sadly, there is no way to do it right now. We would like to have that ability.
Yeah, because it depends on each other all the time.
Exactly. Just like that. And I know that having probably it's not what you want, but sometimes if you start looking at this, it's a lot of things.
Yes.
But for example, you have to see the end-to-end test, and probably it could be in a different repo, but you have now the other issue that you have to maintain another repo. And as you can see early, the Grafana dashboard is already a repo that is almost dead.
I'm just, I was just trying to look at the pull requests, and the number of pull requests are really high. Not only on this repo, but in a lot of other
CRCF. Yeah, especially now that with AI stuff, is sometimes you can find a lot of people that's fulfilling pull requests that don't make any sense, and they do it just because they can.
Yeah, but I'm a bit sad. But I will wait for your comments on my webhook things as well, and if there is additional for the commit that Max has as well.
Yeah, actually, your pull request, I want to have time, but as you can see, I was replying before this meeting.
Oh, sorry, I didn't read. I will check that one as well.
No, your comment is on process. It's on my Scratch buffer in Emacs. So
I didn't get the email, so I wasn't or was not paying enough attention. Anyway, we would need that for our use case. So basically, if we don't get this on our end, we will have to do tricks to work around it, which we really don't like to do, because I guess if you change to a direction that will be incompatible with our tricks, then
what we would like to have is for sure the ability to run without the permission to require the cluster image catalog and the nodes. That is something that we want.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah, but the approach, as I just explained, the approach was having in one side the operator namespace and watch namespace. If they are the same, there is a specific situation that I don't think it's valid that much. There's, as I said, there's so many different possible combinations, and people. It probably better if it's explicit, So yeah, it's
with the webhooks though. You were already mentioning last time that. Now you mentioned that it will be probably a no, but last time you were mentioning maybe we shouldn't crash at least CMPG. I see that as a minimal solution for our end, that if we would have that, maybe we could make do with it without the additional complexity of verifying anyways. Maybe that could be a plugin or whatever on our end. We can solve it that way.
Yeah, that is one of the things. But yeah, there is a lot of things there.
So. Yeah, but you remember we went for a much smaller commit last time already, like just to not crash. Okay.
Yeah, but I remember that everything started as a no. Now it's more than a possibility. Now it's after two meetings it became a yes. now that it's a different approach.
Yeah, we were, to be honest, very happy with that someone else joined on our cause. That it's not only us who need these restricted environments and problems with that.
Exactly. So probably here we should ask Jeremy also opinion on how their use case and everything the next time he joins the meeting.
He was mentioning, I don't know if you remember, he was mentioning that they are working around it by asking permission from some kind of other team, and then they are installing it. So it sounds a kind of a pain, but still manageable somehow.
Exactly, but we should give the option. It will be awesome.
Yeah. Okay, well, I don't have anything else, and thank you for your comments and time.
No, sorry. Well, we can have an entire meeting and really good meeting at KubeCon with everyone discussing there, and we can do some draws and everything. It will be amazing. Probably is we will end up on that. It will be required, you know. Why not?
Okay.
It could be awesome.
Yeah. Looking forward to it. But will you post it to the users or dev when you have the timing for that meeting? You said it was Wednesday, but
the kiosk, the dates for the Kiosco has been published. Let me search on my emails. It will be on Wednesday. Because they changed the time. It will be on Wednesday from 10 to 1 p.m. 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Project Pavilion, Kiosco P3A, halls 1 and 5. So we will be there. I will be there with a FOSDEM t-shirt.
Okay.
Actually, I have my t-shirt already for that because the CNPG t-shirts are a little bit old. So open source.
Okay. Now somehow I don't see it in the KubeCon schedule. Maybe I'm just doing
it's
something
not
wrong.
Yet. No, it's actually I'm getting information that hasn't been published yet.
Okay, then that's why I was trying to look it up. And...
No, you will not find it. It's not published yet because some projects I still need to confirm, and we already confirmed everything, but some projects still to confirm. Some projects people will not be able to be there, so they need to come and call another project. So this is going to be the final the last 2 weeks probably, or the last week even. And the kiosks are rotating, so during the KubeCon. So it's going to happen. Actually, our time was extended. We actually started from 10 to 11:30. Now it's from 10 to 1.
Okay, that's quite a good time to have results at least.
Yeah, but it's lunchtime. Okay, Gilbert. So see you next week, or no, the week before KubeCon. Okay, and probably we should coordinate the meeting there. I will talk with everyone else. Okay.
Super.
Okay. Thank you for attending, and give my greetings to Max.
Yeah.
And thank you, Alexander. Thank you for attending, and see you next time. Okay.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.